Alright folks, hello everybody and welcome to lesson 2. In this class we will talk about critical thinking and brainstorming in writing. Interesting, right? Alright, so from the previous lesson we understood the question, everything is perfect, but we don't have any ideas. Are you familiar with this situation? Now to solve this problem, we will work on our critical thinking. Critical thinking is asking about two questions, why and how. But even more importantly, it is about imagining. So you should imagine the real question in your life with specific situations. Let me give you one example. Children should learn to be aggressive in some sports. To what extent do you agree or disagree? This question can be hard to understand, but if I say, when a little child plays football with anger, pushes other players, yells all the time, is it good? Then you say, aha, now I understand. In short, do you like Zlatan Ibrahimovic or not? Boys got the joke. Now, it is called simplifying the question. To simplify a question, you take an IELTS question and connect it to a concrete real-life situation. Let's analyze one more question from Cambridge. Some people prefer to spend their lives doing the same things and avoiding job. Others, however, think that change is always a good thing. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Now, I approached the question slightly differently. I talked only about jobs, but basically you should talk generally in this question. Now, for this question, I imagined my grandfather. He started his career as an accountant of our village during USSR and ended it in the same position. Now, I ask myself, why did he do so? Well, first of all, my grandpa needed money to feed his family. So staying in one job was a logical thing, because if you stay at one job, you've got stable income. Also, when he stayed at one place, he did not have to learn new things constantly. This was easy and comfortable. But I started my career as a teacher of English, then taught IELTS, then had a small business, then worked for an oil and gas company, then in service industry, and I'm only 23. Probably I'm going to do 10 more jobs. I keep changing my jobs. And why? First of all, I like adventures and an interesting lifestyle. Also, I don't want my income to stay the same. I constantly try to increase it by trying different jobs. Ta-da! We've got brilliant ideas for both sides. We've got almost 70% of the essay ready. All I had to do was 3 things. Find one example in my life, ask myself, why did the person do this? Why did this happen? How did this happen? Then explain these reasons, like talking with my friend in a cafe. So, you can see the same situation here. Find an example for the question. Find the reasons for each example, explain them to your friend. But what if you don't have an idea? Actually, it is possible. Now, in such situations, there are 2 solutions. You should read as much as you can. In Downtown, I share a lot of articles from New Scientists. If you read them every day, in 1 month, you will have a lot of ideas about different topics. That helps you to create new ideas easily. Now, the second thing is try to write down all of your ideas, even if they seem stupid. Because if you have many bad ideas, these bad ideas lead you to good ones. If everything is clear at this point, let's train one more question together. Some children spend hours every day on their smartphones. Why is this the case? Do you think this is a positive or a negative trend? We have got a fact, we've got a question. Now pause the video here and find one example in your life and write it to the comments. It can be your children, your relatives, or children of somebody you know. Let's go. Great. Now, personally, I remember that my niece and nephew used to play smartphone for hours. So this question reminds me my niece and nephew. Now, let's think about why they spend so much time on it. Pause again and write your ideas in the comments. Okay. So, well, in my case, my niece and nephew played phone so much because it was interesting, and the videos there are much more various and dynamic than the real life. Also, sometimes their parents are so busy that they do not devote enough time for their children. Okay, now pause and answer the last question. Is this a positive or a negative change? Okay, now I think that if they play so much phone, it can damage their health, and also they can get addicted to Instagram, TikTok, and games. So therefore, in my opinion, it's a negative change. Good job. Now, this was all about critical thinking. Let me summarize what you have learned once again. When you want to critically think, you take the question and simplify it. You find one example in your life, and then ask yourself, why did this person do it? Why did this situation happen? How did it happen? Then explain these reasons like talking to your friends. It's very, very simple and straightforward. Now, remember to complete your tasks and upload them in the comment section. See you in the next lesson. Ciao, folks.